Job 2, verses 1 to 13, through the Bible. Chapter 2, Part 1. Theme: Heaven, God, and Satan. Land of Uz, down to the dump of the city. Heaven, God, and Satan. Again there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. Job 2, verse 1. The created intelligences make their regular report again. Notice that they all had to report to God. You and I are going to have to report to God someday. Remember that the Christian is going to stand at the judgment seat of Christ, 2 Corinthians 5 verse 10, and there we are going to report on our stewardship on earth. We are going to give an account to Him. As believers, we will not stand at the great white throne judgment of Revelation 20 verses 11 to 15, which is where the unbeliever must give his account. All the creatures of God must come to make their report to Him. Remember, my friend, He is God. We are not operating freely today. We hear the cry all around us, we want liberty. How much liberty do we have? A grasshopper can jump higher than a man can jump, size for size. If we could jump like a grasshopper, we could jump over the tallest building. God created us with certain limitations. We are creatures. He is the Creator. We must all answer to Him. When these sons of God came to present themselves to Him, notice that Satan also had to come to give his report. He is not beyond the jurisdiction of God. Although God already knew what he would report, Satan had to appear before God and tell the Lord what he had been doing. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Job 2, verse 2. In other words, Satan again reports that he has been down in his bailiwick. He was running this place down here. I believe he still runs it, friends. Just look around you and see who runs this world. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movedst me against him, to destroy him without cause. Job 2, verse 3. Now this shows us clearly that what the Lord allowed Satan to do with Job was done without a cause in Job. People are always saying, Why does God let this happen to me? Perhaps the answer from the Lord is, there is no reason for it in you. I am not spanking you. I am not punishing you. I just want to bring you closer to me. That is what he did with Job. It was without a cause in Job. Sometimes we point our finger at some believer and say that God is whipping him, which may not be true at all. It may be that God is testing him in a way He cannot test you or me, because He couldn't trust us with that much trouble. Very frankly, I would never want to go through what Job had to suffer. The Lord calls Satan's attention to Job again. Job is still serving me. You said that if I would permit you to take everything away from Job, he would turn his back on me, but he hasn't done that. He has maintained his integrity. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. Job 2, verses 4 to 6. You know, Satan is accurate about most of us. There is a chink in our armor. We have our Achilles heel, that certain weakness. When we get right down to the bare bones, we all cave in. But God has given us a promise. There hath no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13. God will never allow us to be tempted beyond what we can stand. We need to recognize that. My friend, wherever you are and whatever you are going through, God is able to sustain you. That is a great comfort. We do not know what a day may bring forth. It could be tragic beyond words, or it could be a delightful, wonderful day. Whichever it is, God says, I will enable you to get through it. God will see to it that our armor stands up. That is a wonderful thing to know. Satan is a liar. Satan says that Job will give anything for his own body, and that if he is allowed to touch his bone and flesh, Job will curse God.